It's bonus objective time! I asked for a musical adaptation you'd like me to cover, and most of the votes went to Pokemon Live.
You just can't win. I'm gonna shut you down. Your chances are slim. No more fooling around. Let the battle begin.
This is the first Pokemon-related video I've done in years, and it's for a stage musical. Of course, with how ShowPro handles their licensed properties, it's hard to review the anime or movies without getting a copyright strike, but I don't think they can touch this one, since this one's American-made. Courtesy of 4Kids. Yeah, we got 4Kids to thank for this. Then president of 4Kids Productions, Norman J. Grossfeld, wanted to tap into something the franchise hadn't done at the time, which was stage shows. It made sense because Pokemon was making a lot of money in other mediums, so why not the stage too?
Pokemon's been #1 in every medium that it's been introduced, so including the video games, #1 video game of all time, #1 kids television show around the world, #1 movie that's been released. So we know there's a demand out there for all types of entertainment related to Pokemon.
4Kids also worked with Radio City Entertainment and Nintendo for this, and the musical ran from September 2000 to January 2001. It even did some international shows later and planned for a home video release, but the latter fell through. For this review, I'll be mostly using a fan restoration video by Benjamin Delbert, released in 2020. It uses footage from an old upload by Chris Mitchell, who served as the show's production stage manager. There's also an upload from a run in Dubai that trims down some parts and has more close-ups, but it's the American run I'll be focusing on today. This seems like the safest way to cover anything Pokemon related these days, so let's see how Pokemon Live holds up. We kick off with some viewer discretion stuff.
At this time, please turn off all cell phones and pagers. Please note that the use of flash photography, video, and audio recording devices is strictly prohibited, and that smoking is not permitted anywhere in the building.
It wouldn't have looked good anyway. Maybe you should release it on home video just in case. And things kick off by playing the second opening of the 4Kids dub, even projecting footage on the curtain, which looks to be a mix of the first 3 openings showing the Orange Island League and a small snippet of the Johto season. Let's see how many of these characters actually show up in this thing. Hey, wait a second. Japanese text? That might have been improvised, because remember, this is a fan restoration. The original upload had it barely visible and off to the side, so showing it as is was undoable. I imagine that's how they did stuff for the home release of the TMNT musicals. Speaking of, the fan edit was able to get the projected footage of Giovanni, played by Darren Dunstan, who's advertising the Diamond Badge, which was never a thing since, surprise, the musical is not canon to either the anime or the games. And how do you get this badge?
If so, check out our website at www.diamondbadge.com and download a copy of the map to where the battles are to take place.
The site was real, but has since gone defunct. After that, we have Ash, played by Dominic Nolfi, waking up to his mother and Professor Oak, played by Dee Rossioli and Patrick Frankfort, respectively. They're nagging him about something.
I told you we don't have much time.
And I told you I don't want to go! You're passing up a rare opportunity, my boy!
My boy!
It's not every day a world-renowned Pokemon expert personally invites us to his lecture on sleep disorders among the Snorlax!
That would be kind of funny. Based on the fact that Ash has a Snorlax at this point, I imagine this takes place after the Orange Island League, and just before Johto. There was that break between it and Johto, which had Brock come back, because he broke up with Professor Ivy, or whatever the hell he doesn't talk about.
It'll be fun, Ash.
You guys go, I'll be fine. Just don't bring my mom home too late.
Ash, we're not, we haven't.
Yeah, a lot of romantic overtones in this show.
I really want us to do things together the way we used to. I miss that.
Mom, I'm not a baby anymore. I'm a Pokemon trainer.
Also, if you thought Ash was unbearable in the show, well, he's even worse here. And I say this as someone who thought he was okay and got better as the anime went along. Once the adults are gone, he turns on the radio and dances to the dub's first opening.
He's Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
Let's do the idiot!
Ashley, hold! Misty! Brock!
Oh, they caught him dancing in his shorts. Misty is played by Heidi Waymuller, and Brock by Dennis Kenny.
With your workout?
Did you see the commercial for that new Pokemon badge?
Ooh, the diamond badge! I sure did.
And like many performances, it's pretty cringe. But this live show does bring in the real talent. Sweet, sweet sounds. Obviously, none of the Pokemon are gonna be like how they are in the show, though I find it funny that Pikachu was under the bed. And with those special effects, I thought Pikachu was farting out lightning.
You're gonna eat lightning, and you're gonna crap thunder.
Anyway, Ash wants to win the Diamond Badge, while Misty wants to go to the movies for her birthday, which was a while ago, and Ash keeps forgetting. He sings a song about how important it is for him and his Pokemon to get the badge.
One world, now and forever, best friends, loyal and true, one dream.
Okay, but you still need to tend to your human friends too. After all, they helped you get this far. Wait, why is this bit with Richie mirrored? Maybe it's to get past the copyright. Still, the show really nails how people loving Pokemon is a major factor in the series proper. Speaking of, here come the props. Was that intentional? Okay, everyone off stage. It's time for the next scene.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meow, that's right.
Hello, New York!
Ah, crap, they're breaking the fourth wall. Do their evil no bounds? Jessie is played by Lauren Kling, while James is played by Andrew Reynolds. Meowth's suit actor is Kathleen Roche, but is voiced by his first English dub voice actor, Monty Blostein, before her passing in 2008. May she rest in peace. They're here to ask the audience for help in their shenanigans.
Who are we?
These New York fans are pretty wimpy.
The kids in Cleveland yelled a whole lot louder.
Anyway, Meowth says that the boss wants to see them, so they visit Giovanni. He has his own song number, which even references what he was doing during the first movie. It's kinda glorious.
It will all be mine, talent so divine, a devil's sun to shine, only me.
He also mentions how he's been building Mecha Mewtwo, which is one word by the way. We'll see more of it later, but otherwise the trio show up to get their assignment. Capture Ash's Pikachu because it'll help Mecha Mewtwo learn and copy every type of move. And some trainers show up wanting to battle Giovanni. We get an obscure glimpse at Mecha Mewtwo, so the only thing to go on is how this new Pokemon trounces the opponent.
Alakazam, side beam attack now! Mecha Mewtwo, play! What was that? Mecha Mewtwo, side beam attack now! Alakazam! Arrivederci!
I think it's worth mentioning that both Darren and Andrew went on to become voice actors for 4Kids. Because yeah, Giovanni is very much sounding like Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Then there are more trainer battles, including against one who has an electrode that self-destructs. Maybe that will come into play later? Meanwhile, Ash and crew get lost in a forest while heading to face Giovanni. Brock gets horny for some girls while Misty argues with Ash over how he got his badges.
I know it's totally cool, and I know there's only one of them.
So it's going to be really hard to win. Not like the badges Brock and I gave you.
That's fair, because other Season 1 gym battles had a similar result. Brock gets triple rejected and seems to like it, leading to a pretty decent cover of My Best Friends. After that, we get Team Rocket setting up a pit trap. They're definitely hamming it up, and I'll admit to getting a kick out of their performances.
And when Pikachu and his friends come by, they step onto the mat and... oh!
He sounds like a mix of both Morty and Harley in the dub. Anyway, despite our heroes walking over the trap, it doesn't seem to work, because they forgot to remove the support stick.
Knuckleheads!
Okay, must be a transition to the next scene, where Oak and Delia are about to attend Professor Zalron's lecture on Snorlax, but it's looking like a scam since no one's here.
It all started with the Pokemon when he turned 10 and became a trainer. Now, he doesn't let me kiss him goodbye. He never wants to do things as a family.
Yeah, it is kind of messed up letting 10-year-olds go out into the world with only Pokemon to fight other Pokemon. Can really change a person. Then there's this song about change and how it relates to Pokemon evolutions. I guess if everything changes, you gotta roll with it. Anyway, here comes Giovanni, revealing that this was all a trap to bring them here, and...
Maybe you're not that smart after all. Well, I'm smart enough to know when what you are.
Let's get out of here.
Delia, how good to see you again. You look lovely.
Oh boy, here comes the diamond shipping. For those not in the know, that's a fan theory concerning a past romance between Delia and Giovanni. Never mind how other sources contradicted that idea, though this also feeds into another idea about Giovanni being Ash's father. I get why this backstory was added though, since Giovanni wasn't exactly fleshed out as a character before the games and anime corrected for that. However, like the rest of this musical, what he says about himself may or may not mix well with canon. Anyway, he wants to show them Mecha Mewtwo before singing a short reprisal of the earlier song. Speaking of heroes, they're still lost, and Brock reveals that he threw away the map, because he couldn't ask a girl for directions otherwise.
He threw away the map!
Chill, Misty. Just chill.
Chill, kill, pretty much the same thing. They run into a trainer who happens to be deaf. Brock tries to communicate with sign language, so he can redeem himself here?
You've helped enough already. Fine. Doesn't look like either of you know sign language.
I don't remember him being like this in the anime, except the horny stuff. That's in line with him. The deaf trainer says that he'll share his map, but only if he faces Ash in a battle. And what is he using?
JP Pink Brown, JP Pink Brown, I choose Jigglypuff.
No, Brock!
Not sure I like that Jigglypuff has human legs. Also, is that a microphone marker? Is that the recurring Jigglypuff from the anime? Well, there are clips showing what happens next, but it doesn't translate into the musical since she and the trainer walk off after our heroes fall asleep. Then Misty wakes up, says that Ash got drawn on, and... And now we get to Poke shipping, in musical form. The anime has always attempted to ship Ash with his female companions, though they tend to be platonic for the most part. It's not out of the question that Misty would have feelings for Ash, but I don't think it would have been quite on the level that the musical suggests.
And she say, I love you.
Also worth noting that she and Ash would be like 11 at this point. They're pretty damn young to be having this kind of relationship. Oh, and Mew floats around during this song. Guess it's wondering why there's a love song for this franchise. Still, this is probably the best use of the Pokemon props given how they float around the vacuum of space or whatever. Anyway, Ash wakes up and admits to having a dream of what just happened. So he's clueless, but the deaf trainer left him the map, so our heroes can now head out. Over the Team Rocket, Meowth returns with the rope needed to save his partners, who also fell asleep from Jigglypuff. He gets so mad that he breaks the fourth wall while venting in front of the audience.
Why are you telling everyone we're losers?
Because you are? Look up loser in the dictionary and you'll find a big picture of the two of you.
Oh, Meowth, you are just full of sass today. Team Rocket sings a song about how bad they are at their jobs. Props for self-awareness, I guess. Then back over to our heroes, they make it to the city, but not before Misty asks an obvious question. Which Pokemon will Ash use to fight?
The choice is obvious. Pikachu. You know that you're the one, so I choose you.
And yes, this is another cover to a song in the dub. Also, who are those dancers supposed to be? Just random trainers that happen to be in the area? This sequence confuses me, because after Ash just leaves Pikachu alone during the dance, Team Rocket shows up attempting to steal it, only to be stopped by the backup dancers. Then more Pikachu show up. Like, what is going on? And I guess Ash doesn't see the giant Magikarp sub that Team Rocket likes to use, or even them hoisting Pikachu above them and kidnapping him. You'd think Pikachu would just use Thunderbolt, if only on instinct.
I choose you! Guys, I can't find Pikachu anywhere!
Look in front of you. Oh wait, you mean your Pikachu. Yeah, he got carried off under your nose. Well, Ash thinks Team Rocket took him, which is true. And Misty thinks that Pikachu just chose to abandon his trainer? Why? Well, the musical needs an excuse to cover that one song from Pikachu's Goodbye, where Ash thought Pikachu wanted to be with its own kind.
The time has come. It's for the best I know it.
Still, kinda insensitive to even attempt to do that kind of plot this late in canon. Why do you even exist? Oh yeah, we have Professor Oak and Delia trying to escape their cages.
Professor, are you alright?
Maybe I should have kept up my lessons.
If only you had that Mew that you had in Pokemon Masters. Delia tells Oak of her past relationship to Giovanni. Speaking of, he shows up, flirts with Delia a little bit before showing them
Mecha Mewtwo! There's no such Pokemon! I know. It's mechanical.
So are many other Pokemon. You're not so special, Giovanni. Since we still don't have a good look at the thing, here are some pictures. It does look pretty cool with the Predator-like head. It even got its own collectible card. And Giovanni reveals his plan to teach Mecha Mewtwo every move that ever existed.
The only attacks left to be learned are electric. One little electric Pokemon is all that stands between me and world domination.
But you already fought Electrode. Isn't that... Oh wait, it blew up, which isn't electric. Then he sings an evil version of You and Me and Pokemon.
You live to serve your master. My reign has just begun.
Team Rocket also shows up with Pikachu before singing a cover of Double Trouble. Giovanni asks them to get it to attack Mecha Mewtwo, but the obvious happens.
Let's go!
We should try and save Pikachu.
But there's no time, we've got to get Ash!
Of course, Pikachu is left behind. Can't get away with its own speed. Now the trio is told to go kidnap Ash since he's the only one who can control Pikachu. Meanwhile, Brock and Misty are looking for Pikachu, and he learns that she has a thing for Ash.
You think he's the only one for you?
Oh, cut it out, Brock. You're the horniest one in the group. Speaking of, guess what song he's gonna do?
Ready, oh ready. Joy, oh joy. A war-woman man's what I want to be. Perfect girl for me.
At least Jenny and Joy got to appear in this musical. Kinda hoped that Tracy was here too. Oh sure, he's bland, but at least he wasn't hitting on every girl he saw. Not that I hate Brock, but that specific part of his character got old really fast.
Boys, either you're off chasing after every girl you see or you're ignoring us to spend time with your Pokemon.
Hey, you love Pokemon too. Don't drag them into this. Misty and Brock leave right as Delia and Oak show up looking for Ash. They don't believe that Ash gave up Pikachu, but Delia is worried about how her son will see her once he knows of her past with Giovanni.
What happened long ago? The truth about my past is something he should never know.
Oh hey Delia, you looking for Ash too? Yeah, but I feel like singing. May I join? Of course. Seriously, why is Misty here? This song is a better fit for Delia and her current dilemma. And those two haven't even bumped into each other yet, given what happens. And I guess Ash is gonna chase his dreams without Pikachu. What is even this song anymore?
Mom? Professor Oak?
What are you doing here?
You were singing together! They finally realized that Pikachu was taken by Team Rocket, but before Ash can leave, Delia sits him down and reveals her past friendship with Giovanni. I'm sure he understands that that was all in the rear view mirror.
No way!
Oh, it wasn't for long. When I met your father, I left.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I wanted you to hear it from me and not from Giovanni.
Let's get out of here.
Seriously, why is Ash so unlikable in this musical? Anyway, Team Rocket show up on scooters, and Ash demands being taken to Giovanni.
We're taking you to Giovanni and Pikachu!
Whether you like it or not!
I like it!
You do?
Ooh, he does.
They really captured James's penchant for being feminine, like in the show. Delia then sings about how much change makes her sad, and Psyducks come to take her away because it's time for a new scene. Giovanni is talking about how he's going to help Mecha Mewtwo learn every move, which will help him rule the world. Ash shows up, ready to do battle, while Jesse and James act like adorkable idiots.
Hey, rocket scientists!
You're here! He's here!
It looks like we did good, boss!
Ash reunites with Pikachu and Giovanni brings out his Mecha Mewtwo. Ash foolishly tells Pikachu to attack, but it does nothing, while Giovanni just uses...
Mecha Mewtwo, learn!
That's not a Pokemon move, you silly musical.
Try Thundershock again! Come on, buddy, you can do it!
My turn!
Ash, I know you're a dumbass at times, but this is the dumbest you've ever been. Then we get a song between Ash and Giovanni, which is kind of fun.
Oh no! You just can't win. You're not that strong. Time to pay for your sin.
But at the same time, I'm just thinking of that one scene from Guardians of the Galaxy.
What are you doing?
Dance off, bro!
Anyway, Giovanni is done with this and orders Mecha Mewtwo to attack with Hyper Beam. But Ash is then protected by a force field that came from...
The boy will not be harmed.
Mewtwo?
Mewtwo?
You do not know me, Ash Ketchum, but I know you.
Because you erased his memory of the events from the first movie. Mewtwo then battles Mecha Mewtwo, and although Ash is afraid of what might happen, Mewtwo is confident because...
I think the true power is within you.
Mecha Mewtwo, learn!
So Mewtwo floods Mecha Mewtwo's mind with all the love and compassion Ash showed to his friends and Pokemon, causing the latter to talk for the first time.
I didn't give you the power of speech.
But you did give me the ability to learn, and I have. From the boy, I've learned about love and goodness.
This would mean a lot more if Ash treated his mom better, and it's kind of implied that he was mistreating her given one of the last images we saw. Knowing that Giovanni is bad, Mecha Mewtwo decides to take him out with self-destruct. It orders Mewtwo to bring Ash and Pikachu to safety while locking down Giovanni until...
Don't do this! We can be partners!
Oh, never mind. He's fine. Ash and Pikachu are then found by his mother and friends. Since Ash was memory wiped, he seems to have learned his lesson about mistreating his mother. He then remembers Giovanni giving him the diamond badge and decides to give it to Misty.
Think of it as a birthday present. Besides, we'll always be doing everything together, right?
Right.
At least until Hoenn, where you get dumped for May. Then it's one last song which would be reused in the credits of the 5th movie. Well, hot damn, that was quite something. I can't really say I dislike this, even if it treats some of the cast differently from the source material. The actors look to be having fun, and hell, 2 of them went on to do dubbing for the anime. I wished there was a proper home release, so I could better comment on the sets and props. All I can really say is that the sets felt bare at times, but the Pokemon themselves were fine, especially when it just wasn't people in suits. I also enjoyed the song covers, but the original songs were either incredibly corny or downright awkward. The same could be said of the story. I could see a scenario where Ash and friends face Giovanni as he attempts to conquer the world with a powerful man-made Pokemon, but the execution is questionable given the romance subplot and some cringy characters that weren't like that in the anime. But the musical drew a ton of fans, so mission accomplished there. Critics received it negatively, and noted how Pokemon fans can get something out of it, and I agree. It was a product of its time and made for fans of the franchise, especially the younger ones. It could have been a lot better, but I otherwise respect the attempt at trying something different. I'm the Media Hunter. Media is my prey, and reviewing them my way.